We're here today with Rome Flynn. He is the star of ABC's hit show, How to Get Away with Murder, and he has a banging new single, Keep Me in Mind. I actually have a bone to pick first because when I announced that I was doing this interview, my DMs blew up in a way that, like, when I thought I was going to go back to him, it was going to be something exciting for me. But so a lot of people are keeping you in mind. Are your DMs popping? So what does a Rome Flynn DM look like?
You don't want to know, man. It's messing there.
If a girl's trying to get you to keep in mind, how are they gonna slide into the DMs?
It's something interesting. I feel like could catch my eye. It's not like I'm lurking in my DMs a lot, but when I get bored, I do go look sometimes.
You have a new single, Keep Me in Mind.
Yeah.
And I have it on repeat. I think seriously, it's like it's such an easy song to put on the playlist and to listen to. So it's a new favorite of mine, but tell me a little bit about the song, Keep Me in Mind.
Well, I appreciate that, man. I think initially I had another song that I was going to put out called Wave. And it was a song that I teased a few months ago. And all people were doing was hit me about this song about Wave, like put out Wave. And then we got put on lockdown. And Wave is the kind of song where it would kind of plateau on its potential if I put it out now, because it's one of those records you want to just be outside and, you know, be in a club or be somewhere around people to kind of enjoy it. So Keep Me in Mind was like the second option that I had to come out. It's more like an intimate record. You know, I have like 4 different versions of this song because there was so many different things I wanted to talk about in it. And I ultimately decided to go with this version because it's an easy record to listen to. You know, you can sing along to it. You know, you don't get confused. Situation that I went through, basically, or a situation that prompted me to write it. So initially, people thought that this record was about, like, you know, leaving your girlfriend or cheating on them, right? This ain't that to me. I mean, I leave it up to interpretation for people when they do listen to the record. But to me, it was just kind of speaking to the fact that in relationships, we kind of feel trapped sometimes. We feel if they're not going well, we feel like we got to tough it out, you know, and that this is okay. I'm just reminding people to keep me in mind, basically telling them that you don't have to, you know, be victim to your circumstance. You know, that there's greater out there. You know, there's better out there for you. You should be treated how you want to be treated and loved how you want to be loved. You know, so I think universally in some way, people can identify with that, whether it be on either side of the spectrum.
Yeah, that's a word right there. It's like that's an affirmation.
Something like that.
You worthy of the love.
Yes, yeah.
So who are some of your musical inspirations? Like if someone had to compare you to someone or the people that you looked up to coming up and being a musician, who is it that you're listening to or you're comparing yourself to?
Let me see. I mean, I think people try to compare me to Miguel. I don't see it because he's like uber talented and he's one of my inspirations for sure. So I'm flattered, but I think the only connecting tissue we got is that we both play guitar. You know what I mean? And we both kind of like fair-skinned it, you know.
Yeah.
But he's super talented. He's somebody that I idolize. You know, John B. You know, people like Earth, Wind, and Fire. Yeah, I mean, I listened to a lot of that growing up, like 90s music. My mom and my dad played a lot of 80s music. And when I started to learn how to play guitar, I listened to a lot of rock and roll. Yeah. So, you know, like I liked Queen a lot. Yeah, I mean, so when I first started, I kind of just was focused on wanting to find my own sound. And I mean, and I take little things from artists that I kind of pay attention to. Like a lot of female artists I really like. I think Danny Lay has her own style. I think she kind of came in with her own energy. I think she's dope. I think Kiana Ledee is dope. You know, she has a great voice. Seven Streeter is an amazing writer, great singer. Kehlani is a great writer, great singer. So I take a lot of their kind of background vocal ideas that I get. I listen to them. I also, coincidentally, I listen to like Young Thug a lot too.
Yeah.
Because he just has a way to kind of change his melodies in a way that you don't feel put off by him. And I'm always trying to make sure I don't stay complacent when I'm making a song or stay one note, you know, and he kind of figures out a way to make it really unique. So I go and just kind of listen to his records sometime before I go in to do a song or two.
How to Get Away with Murder is, I think, it's everyone's favorite show. And I know you've been on for the last few seasons, and the series is coming to an end here shortly. So tell us about your time on the show and what we can expect in the finale coming up.
This has been nothing short of incredible and amazing to be a part of the show, honestly. I got to work with some of the most prolific, you know, strong, independent Black actors that are in the game, you know, and I think that that was one of the luxuries that I wasn't aware of until I got there. Even the guest stars, the people that come in, you know, I got to meet and talk to Cicely Tyson, who is a pioneer and a pillar of the Black community, and also just kind of a catalyst of professionalism. And I kind of see the same thing with Viola, you know, and that's why she speaks so emphatically about Miss Cicely Tyson, and being able to be around her and hear them all talk, you know, is something I'll cherish, you know, and also just the training of being on there and being on metaphorically a big stage with doing a mainstream television show, especially one with this kind of lineage and this kind of fandom around it. You know, it was challenging, but also it challenged me in a way to make me better, you know. And, you know, I'll always cherish those moments that I shared on screen with Viola, our one-on-one scenes. I don't know if I'll ever get that chance again. Maybe not, you know, but it was just like a perfect recipe for me to kind of come in and essentially be a part of this world. And I think that for me, I was just really focused on making sure that I fit into this world, you know, that we're living in, which is, you know, the How to Get Away with Murder reality. Sometimes the new characters come on and you feel like, nah, they're not really right, or nah, it's too late to add a character. It was, you know, it's not really common for a show that's been around for, you know, 4 seasons by the time I got there, 5, that they would add in a new, you know, contract series regular, you know, actor on the show. And they did, you know, they brought me on and they trusted me with the responsibility to put the work in to fit in, and also just be myself too, you know. So they let me have creativity in a lot of different aspects of my character on that show. And yeah, it gave me a lot of encouragement, even doing other projects too. So, you know, I thank them for that.
The finale is coming up within the next few weeks. What can we expect with the finale of the show? Any surprises you can share?
Normally I watch the shows before they come out, but these last 3 I'm watching with the fans in the world. So I don't know particularly what the scenes are going to look like. I know that things happen that are going to shake the fandom. You know, I know shit is going to drop, and everybody going to leave this feeling, hopefully, that they were a part of something from the beginning and feel fulfilled. But I just highly doubt it. You know, whenever there's something that's instrumental to your life or daily week, you know, every Thursday, people look forward to watching this show. It's going to be gone. You won't get to see the progression of these characters any longer, or the deaths of them any longer. So, you know, there's an emotional attachment involvement to the show, I think, for a lot of fans. And I think people are going to be emotional about it, you know, and that just goes to show that the writers and Pete and Viola and everybody that had a hand in making this show really made it resonate with people.
I saw on your Instagram that moms got to meet Beyonce. You got to meet Beyonce.
It was heavenly. You know, it was interesting. I had seen Beyonce one other time. I was at an award show, and when I tell you that, and this award show was full of stars. I mean, the who's who of everybody. And we took a commercial break, and she walked in, and it was like people were passing out. Like these stars were like it was like a collective gasp that came across the entire auditorium. And I went and looked, and I was like, who the hell's here? And it was Beyonce. And she walked in like it was almost like she was just floating. You know what I mean? And so that was when I didn't meet her. But when I met her at the grand opening with Tyler Perry, it was so many stars there. But I'm telling you, you know, she's the stars, man. Like people were lining up to be in front of her and talk to her. And me, I'm more reserved. I will go talk to people I idolize, but I won't run through people to do it. You know what I mean? I just kind of believe in the circumstances being right and being in the right place, right time. My mom not like that. So, you know, her being with me there, she did kind of break me out of that a little bit. And she was walking up to everybody. You know, she's walking up to Bill, you know, Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton was there. You know, she just talking to everybody, and she sees Beyonce. And she's like, I'm gonna go say hi. And I'm like, all right, ma. You know, I'm not gonna tell her not to, but I just tell her, like, you never know. I always just tend to, the people that I really idolize, I'd like to live with the reality of them in my head than actually the real life of who they are, because sometimes it, you know, it can ruin it for you. And not to say that's Beyonce, because I think that from all reports I've ever seen in personal interaction, like, she's just graceful and really down to earth for somebody to be so huge as she is. But still, I didn't want my mom to, you know, invade her privacy or anything like that. But she still went. She didn't care. She said, hey, how you doing? I'm Nicole. And then, you know, as she did through the night, which is look over her shoulder and point at me from across the room. And hey, that's my son over there. And I'm like, okay, mom. It's like, you know, I'm in the corner like that. And she's like, come here. So I went over and I met her. And then Beyonce's like, oh, hi. Oh, I know who you are. Hey. And she gave me a hug. And I was like, you know who? You know what I'm saying? You know me. And it was just like a cool interaction to just that little split moment that I had with her was special for my mom and for me, you know, because yeah, I mean, I idolize her work ethic. I mean, she's just is relevant, and it's just so hard to continue to be relevant. And she's the standard, I feel like, for any kind of superstar that you want to be. I mean, I could go on about it. I can't think of any blemish on her record or her life that people can point to and say, you know, I think she just got it out the mud and made it happen. And like the American dream, that's what it's about to me. You know, is making a way for yourself. And I feel like she's done that in a major way.
I know they'll have the video to keep them company really soon, to put that on repeat. But any final words to the Rome Flynn fans out there, the community that's been supporting?
Yeah, I want to thank y'all for being with me since I was on Vine. You know, I used to be on Vine, and I discovered a lot about myself doing that before I got on any set, you know, before I got on any show or have any opportunities like that at all. And yeah, for people that have been with me and growing since then, there's another chapter. And I just ask you to listen and give it a chance. That's all I want. I don't want fake love.
The chance.
Don't give me no fake love. Don't give me fake likes. I don't need it. I want you to really just open your ears and your heart to what I'm saying to you in the records or whatever it is I'm doing, and grow with me. You know, we right here, not ground zero, but we at a place where we'll be able to look back and be like, damn, I remember we were there. Now look at us now. And that's the energy I want to bring with this EP and everything else that I got coming out.
I think everyone's going to love Keep Me in Mind, and thank you for taking the time. Appreciate it as always, and stay safe. And we're wishing the best, and we'll continue with Keep Me in Mind on repeat.
Let's do it. I appreciate you. I really do.
Thank you so much.
All right, bro.